Hello all you pop-up camper lovers, this is Kyle back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about 15 must-have indoor pop-up camper accessories. So we just got back from a camping trip where it rained half the time. So we are actually inside right now, inside my garage. So here we are inside the garage, as you can see. So we popped it up here in the garage and we're letting it air out. But it got me thinking about 15 pop-up camper accessories that we use inside our camper while we're camping. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, a lot of these are packed up and my wife has packed them in boxes and I can't find them, but I'll show you some good B-roll of these products that I'm talking about. So number one are bunk end organizers. Now, these bunk end organizers we hang from here at the very back of our bunk ends, and they come with Velcro straps that you can just wrap directly around these bars here. But they're great for organizing, putting your phones in, putting books in, hanging flashlights, or just, anything for storage. All the little small items that get lost while you're camping, these bunk end organizers are great for that. And we couldn't really camp without these things. Well, we could, but things would just be everywhere. So number two on the list are bunk end fans and lights. Now right here, you see we have this LED strip here, okay? But this is plugged in to a little hole right up here in the top of the pop-up camper. And this is very common for pop-ups where you can get accessories that just plug directly into this, but ours comes with this LED light strip right here. But you can get aftermarket. I think Rockwood actually used to include these fans that would hang from here. It's like a fan and light combo, but we got some from Amazon and they just plug directly into this, but you can hang it from here and it blows airflow, it blows a fan right on you while you're sleeping. So that's number two on my list, is these bunk end fan and lights combo. But when you pair that along with your rooftop fan, you get some excellent airflow. And you may also want to pair that with a rechargeable fan, like a heavy-duty Milwaukee rechargeable fan. And along with that, with your windows open, you get some excellent airflow in these pop-ups because it gets hot in a pop-up camper. And even though I'm parked inside, there's no AC here in our garage, so I've got the fan going and I'm still sweating. So let's move on to number three on my list, and that is a bungee cord clothes hanger or hanger thing, whatever you want to call it. So I got this from Amazon also, but it's just a bungee cord, and we can hang this. You can hang one end from this bunk end LED strip, and you can hang it all the way across the camper. But it's great for hanging wet washcloths or dish towels or shower towels, or if you're out at the pool or the beach all day, it's just hanging swimsuits, whatever you want to hang. And it comes with these neat little clothes hanging clips here. But what do we have here? We've got about 10 clips on this thing, but this will stretch out the entire length of our pop-up camper. And of course, if it's a beautiful day outside, you can utilize this outside as well. But we find that we end up using this more inside rather than outside. So this was an excellent purchase. It was only $9–10 from Amazon. Number four on the list is collapsible kitchenware. Anything collapsible. As you know, if you have a pop-up, storage is limited. So you really want anything that's collapsible. It doesn't even have to be kitchenware. So if there's something collapsible that you can utilize while travel, you really need to look into that. So, when dealing with a pop-up, you really need to save on storage, and anything that's collapsible will really help make life easier while camping. Number five on my list of must-have indoor pop-up camping accessories is a memory foam mattress. Now, as you know, most travel trailers, especially pop-ups, come with a very cheap mattress. And the first thing that people do when they buy a travel trailer most of the time is just upgrade their mattress. Now, we didn't upgrade our mattress, but we did buy a memory foam topper. I think it was a 2 or 3 inch memory foam topper. We kind of had an oops moment there where we bought a twin size for our full size bed. So we do have a twin size bunk on one side and a full size bed on the other. So we bought our daughter a twin size, but we bought 2 of them. So really, that was our mistake. So we're gonna go ahead and order a full size mattress topper, but it makes a world of difference when sleeping. So you really do need a memory foam mattress topper, even if it's just a 1 inch, just anything to help sleeping a little more comfortably while you're camping. And to go along with the mattress topper, go ahead and make your bed look comfy and pretty. So get some nice linens. You know, you don't have to sleep in sleeping bags just because you're camping, but make your bed look good while you're camping. So get a nice duvet cover and sheets and pillows. You know, you don't have to just go with your typical camping equipment just because you're in a pop-up. This is half of a tent, but it doesn't have to feel like a tent. You can make it feel more like home by bringing some nice bedding while you're camping, and you'll sleep much better, I promise. Number 6 on my list are command hooks, and most of them, you know, you're familiar with command hooks. This is the white ones that you can just stick anywhere. So you can get little small ones with the sticky back on it with just a small hook like this. But command hooks really come in handy in a pop-up camper. You can hang keys from it. You can hang whatever, hats. You know, I travel with a ton of hats and they just end up getting in the way. So command hooks are great for hats. Number 8 is a mirror. So when we bought this camper, there's no mirror in here. This is half of a tent. It's just canvas all around us. So, you know, there's no mirror in here. So we do just carry a handheld mirror. And a lot of times you can just get a very small carabiner and hook it on the end of the mirror and then hook it onto a zipper. And it just hangs on that zipper. Of course, that mirror gets passed around when we're camping between my wife and our daughter. But just getting a small handheld mirror really does come in handy, especially if you're vacationing in a touristy town. You're going to want to go out and get ready and eat dinner and experience whatever the town has to offer. So having a mirror does help you when getting ready for the day and going out on the town. Next on my list is a small trash can. Now, we do keep a large trash can outside while we're camping, but inside of this little cubby hole, we do keep a small trash can in here just for trash while we are inside the camper. And moving along on my list, we do carry a small coffee maker as well, and we store that in here. Look at that, get in there. So we do end up having to make multiple pots of coffee because that is just a 4-pot coffee maker, but we would rather travel with a small coffee maker than a large one. And that did lead me into number 10 on my list, which was a coffee maker. So we are morning coffee drinkers and afternoon coffee drinkers. So if we are not in a town, we just make our own coffee, but we do enjoy a good iced coffee in the afternoons. But if that's not available to us, we do go ahead and make an afternoon pot of coffee. So you gotta have a coffee maker in your pop-up. Number 11 on our list is damp rid. Now, if you have a travel trailer, RV, or whatever, you're probably familiar with damp rid. Now, in the humidity that we deal with here in Alabama, it's ridiculous. So you must have damp rid to cut down on the humidity. And now they come in different versions. They do come in little cups where you can just set it in a corner and it collects the humidity and turns it into water. But I like these little hanging ones here. You can just hang it from wherever, or you can just unpackage it here, and it just cuts down on the humidity. It cuts down on the dampness. You know what I'm trying to say? It's damp rid. You're getting rid of the dampness. So gotta have damp rid. So next on my list, and we use this more than I ever thought we would, but it's a little bug zapper, and it does come with a light on the bottom, but you can hang this from one of the command hooks that I was mentioning earlier. But it's just 3 different levels of a light, but the main part is the bug zapper. and it does a great job. Look, I haven't even cleaned it out. Maybe you can see the dead bugs that are still in there, but this is waterproof. You could take a high pressure water hose and spray in there, and I need to do that just to clean out all of the dead bugs. But I got this from Amazon, but I have also seen similar products like this at Harbor Freight for $9.99. So this is a must. Everywhere we go camping, there's just bugs everywhere here in the South. So you really need some sort of bug zapper like this. And it also creates some good ambiance. This blue light puts out just enough light that we can see if we get up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. And it does come with this little hook right here on top that you can hang from a command hook. So number 13 on my list is a low wattage electric heater. Now, we haven't camped in the wintertime yet in this. We're still fairly new to this pop-up. We're only camping in hot weather so far, but we usually camp in campgrounds where we have access to 30 amp power, to shore power. So our plan is when we camp this winter, we're going to carry around a small electric heater with us, low wattage, that we can use and save on propane. We do have an excellent propane heater that we did test out on a fairly cool night when we first bought this camper, and that works great. But we would like to save on our propane as long as we're paying for electricity at a campground, and we're going to utilize a small electric heater. So I would encourage you to do the same, just to save on propane, or you can do both. You can use your propane heater and a small electric heater. And number 14, use a small rug or a runner inside the camper. We track in so much dirt and grit just from outside, so we do keep a rug at the front door of the camper. We do keep a rug outside as well, and we knock our feet off as much as we can, and we try to take our shoes off before coming into the camper, but it never fails. You just always track in so much dirt into this camper, so it's nice to have a little rug outside, one rug inside the camper, and then maybe a small runner right here in the middle is something that we'll get next. But it creates some nice comfy atmosphere, but it also just keeps the dirt off of the floor. And then you can take the rug outside, shake it off, bring it back in. So it's a good way to keep your camper clean too. And number 15 on my list is a battery powered vacuum, since we're talking about rugs and bringing in dirt. So we have this Ryobi. Is it Ryobi or Ryobi? I say Ryobi, but all of their products are excellent, but we keep this in the camper and it comes in handy. We use it all the time. We really could not camp without this thing. Excellent high-powered vacuum. So get you one of these if you're camping and just keep it inside your pop-up. But that's gonna do it for my 15 must-have indoor pop-up camper accessories. I really appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Have a great day.